Well, we have Dave Perkes, who's been riding around the world, and this is his fourth visit into the country.
Fourth time in
6 years.
and many more to come.
Lovely, lovely. So Dave, we're gonna treat you to ride a BSA 650, the greatest single cylinder of all time.
Well, I've never even seen one before, so this is really exciting.
Well, we are giving Dave an opportunity to ride the BSA 650 Gold Star. And since he's visiting Bangalore, the Whitefield ESD Java BSA guys have been kind to lend their test ride bike for a day. And we're going to take it across to a beautiful location, which is just in my backyard.
Yeah, the last time I ever actually rode on the back of a BSA 650 was in 1976. I went on a mate of mine who had one into the Isle of Wight in England, and we ended up ending the drought of that year, and we ended up having to sleep in a plastic sheet in the middle of a forest. It was raining so much that we ended up spending the rest of the night in a bus shelter.
Dave, how do you like the sitting stance?
It's near perfect, actually. It really is. It feels comfortable. I feel like I've gone back in time about 50 years before.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Going back in time.
I love the instruments. They're so retro.
Well, let's go and make some nice memories now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are in our backyard. This is how my beautiful backyard looks like. This is about 60 kilometers outside from the chaos called Bangalore. And today I have Dave Perkes. There he is. Well, he's been lucky to get his hands on the BSA Gold Star 650. And I would now direct my questions to him to know how has it been to be riding one in Bangalore, known notoriously for being one of the most congested cities in the world, and how effortlessly we kind of wriggled out of the city and here we are. Well, Dave, you are in focus now.
Okay.
So how has been your ride out of Bangalore?
Busy. Very, very, very busy. I mean, I now realise why Bangalore is one of the most busiest and congested cities in Asia. But I loved it. I mean, the bike's brilliant. I mean, I've never even seen a BSA 650 before, and riding it, it just fits like a glove. Everything works. It's got such lovely mid-range power, and I actually fallen in love with the bike.
Tell me about all your other bikes, and how would you compare or how would you place the BSA Gold Star amongst the other bikes that you have?
Which ones are you referring to?
Well, what bikes do you ride back? I mean, you ride mostly in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And what bike do you have back home in the UK?
Well, at home in the UK, I've got a KTM 390, which I bought 4 years ago, and that's absolute beautiful bike. I mean, it's just such a beast. I mean, it's the biggest fun I've ever had on two wheels, to be quite honest. And it just proves that you don't have to have 1200 cc's to enjoy yourself.
Say that again.
I said,
Say that again. Yeah. And I believe you have a Africa Twin.
I have a real classic 36-year-old Africa Twin RD03 in Cambodia, which I've had for many years. It is one of the best off-roader bikes that you could possibly think about. I mean, it was what redefined the what would be the adventure bike. I mean, it came out based on the Paris-Dakar races, and it's built by Honda Racing, and it is just a fantastic bike to ride off-road. And I've been riding off-road with that in Cambodia for many years, and it's just a great machine. Yeah.
And when you sat on the BSA Gold Star 650 at the dealership, you also reminded yourself of the BSA that you had.
Yes, going back in 1973, I bought a BSA Barracuda 250, which was from 1967, and I loved. It was a lovely bike. It was the first real motorbike I had at the time, and unfortunately, it wasn't the most reliable machine, but I have a good memory of that. Yeah.
We've ridden close to 100 kilometers from the dealership to this place here now. What has been your experience of riding? We've been through some of the most congested roads, and then we got some really open roads, and then we took some back roads, the smaller roads, to reach this place. If you have to summarize your experience of riding this machine, how would you summarize it?
Well, I must admit, it's actually quite a nice bike to ride through in traffic. It's very manageable. Although, to be honest, I saw more traffic than I actually really would have liked to. But I actually loved the last section through the back lanes up to here, because I mean I think that's my kind of riding, and that bike is just perfect for that. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Yeah. So, do you like what you're seeing? This is incredible India, Dave, and I'm glad you're here. Back the 4th time in 6 years.
That's correct, and this trip has been one of the best ever. Mainly because of the incredibly wonderful people that I've met. It's not so much the sights, you know. It's the people that I meet in India who makes me really want to come back. And this is a really stunning place.
So would you say it right if I tell you that it's incredible Indians in incredible India?
I think so, yes, definitely. Because wherever I've been, I've met the most kindest, hospitable people on this planet, and just love it. I love the food, I love the culture. The scenery here is just magical.
And the cows on the road too.
Oh yeah, I love the cows, and I'll tell you what I love most: speed humps.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Now, Dave. How many countries have you traveled around the world?
Oh, that's a good question. 40, 50, mainly in Southeast Asia and Europe. Certainly the Indian subcontinent, Nepal, India. Traveled a lot, lived in Cambodia for 15 years, traveled in Laos, Vietnam, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and many other places. Lovely. And I still think that India has probably been one of the most awesome places out of all of them.
Absolutely, because when you say that you're here the 4th time in 6 years,
yeah,
there's definitely bringing something back here, right?
Well, yes, and I plan to be coming here for the next 4 or 5 years.
Lovely, yeah, Dave. You know, I really take this opportunity to thank you for choosing to coming to India and visiting some of the most incredible places that we have to show to the world.
Well, thank you. I mean, it is just, as you say, an incredible place to live, and I know that the advertising campaign on British TV for Incredible India was very popular, but it's not the same as actually being here. And you know, the general tourists do not see the kind of places and meet the people I have because of my interest in getting to know people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, I will let you savor the beauty of this place. This place is called Timmappana Betta, or the Twin Peaks, something very similar. I'm sure you know we have these kind of locations all around the world, but this is my backyard.
You are very fortunate to have this as your backyard. I mean, this is just stunning.
Absolutely,
stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are, and we are all by ourselves.